welcome to After Prison Show, and first and foremost, happy Thanksgiving. I thought because of the occasion, we should do something very special for this, and that's exactly what I hope we're going to be able to do. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to cook a turkey like you would in prison. But Joe, you can't get a turkey in prison, can you? No, you can't. But if you could, I'm going to show you exactly how you'd have to cook that bird. Now also, it's with mentioning all of this that I'm going to be telling you a really crazy prison story about cooking a bird in prison as we attempt to do just that here. And not only are we going to be cooking a turkey in this video, telling some crazy prison stories as well, we're also going to do something really positive at the end of this video. Once we prepare this prison turkey, we're actually going to package up everything that we prepare today and give it away to the less fortunate. You ready to do this? Let's go. It's turkey time. Oh my God! Fuck! It's in my mouth! And he brought the duck back inside. He got to his bunk. He had to smuggle this dead duck inside of his shirt, under his shirt now, past the guards as he was going back inside of his building. How he didn't get caught or searched, because when he walked by, I'm sure his shirt had to be sticking out like this with this duck, maybe the neck or the little webbed foot was sticking out from underneath his shirt.
Hey, here you go, man. I want to give you a meal. Hey. Take care of yourself, man.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. So first, let's go ahead and talk about everything that we have here in front of us. We've got us a 13-pound turkey right here, which is going to take us about 130 minutes to cook inside of the microwave. We've also got us some microwavable safe cookware that our bird barely even fits inside of. We've also got us a thermometer here that we're going to be sticking inside of the bird, not inside of our that we're going to have to use to make sure that this bird is 165 degrees inside and out once done. Damn, Joe, where you learn to cook turkey? I mean, I ain't know nothing about no 165 degrees. Where you learn that at? I actually did a lot of research preparing for this video. Because, we certainly don't want to be cooking no food that's going to be getting anybody sick. Oh yeah, and FYI, just to throw this in here real quick, I've never done this before. I have absolutely zero idea what I'm doing. But again, I did do a lot of research preparing for this video. We've also got us this little bottle here that we're going to use as some sort of a baster. A paintbrush. I don't know what we're going to use this for, but it might come in handy. We've got us some oven bags because we're going to need to stick our bird inside of this once we start cooking it. We've also got us some maple syrup, and the reason for that is because when I thought about, if you were going to cook a turkey in prison, if you were going to cook any kind of a bird, what would you actually be able to use to flavor that turkey? You're not going to have all sorts of herbs and spices. So I figured one thing that you could certainly use would be some maple syrup. It's going to give it that sweet, succulent type of taste, I hope. And just as a precautionary measure, we also have something else that we're going to use to spice up the flavor of this turkey. 2 bags of Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I really don't think there's any way you could go wrong making a prison meal and spicing it up with some Flamin' Hot Cheetos. We also got a whole bunch of frisky feelers right here because I know that once I get to digging between the little junies of this turkey right here, I'm probably going to be hunched up over the trash can trying to puke my guts out. I'm just telling you, I know this is going to be nasty. So I'm going to be wearing some gloves when I do this. And just in case we need them, we've got us a bunch of these little plastic knives as well. Now I'm telling you right now, when it comes to actually cutting up this turkey, I ain't going to be using these plastic knives. I'm only throwing this in here for the authenticity of this video. Because of course, while in prison, if you were going to be cooking a bird and then trying to cut it up, you would probably be doing so either using these or maybe some sort of a prison shank. That certainly would be a lot sharper. And we also have a plastic trash bag put on top of our table because again, I know this is about to get messy. But now that we've gone ahead and talked about everything that we're going to use to cook this turkey, let's go ahead and start preparing this bird to go inside that microwave for 130 minutes. Cody, that's like 4 hours. It's quite obvious I didn't do too good in school. So we're going to use our plastic knife to try to open up this turkey. Oh, it's working. All right, we got the bird starting to open up. God, I hope I don't get any turkey juice in my mouth. That would be an absolute disaster. It just feels like there's so much liquid inside of here. You ready to do this? Let's go. It's turkey time. Oh my God! Ah, it's in my mouth! I'm kidding, it didn't even open. I'm thinking already the trash bag probably wasn't a good idea. We probably should have opened this like over the sink. Oh my God, there's so much bloody water. Come on out, bird. Come on out, bird. The gig is up. That's a whole lot of turkey to try to cook inside of a microwave. So the first lesson in opening up a turkey, if you've never done it before, as I haven't, you might want to do it over the sink because it's pretty messy. I wonder what would happen if you drank this. I got an idea. Just, let's see if this works. Oh, look at that turkey slide. Look at that turkey slide. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and attempt to remove the guts from the bird. Oh my God, what is that? Is that a leg? Our poor turkey never even had a chance. I guess that was his neck. I feel like I'm doing an autopsy. I feel ribs and a lot of ice. It's like a turkey slushy. Okay, so I guess we've got the turkey cleaned out pretty well. I'm going to go ahead and rinse him out because our poor turkey here. I'm trying to stop the bleeding. Broke wing. We're going to save you, broke wing. He's gone. So the first thing I gotta say is if you were trying to do this in prison, this would not be an easy task. You'd probably use up all your toilet paper immediately, just trying to clean your turkey. I don't know what that is right there. All right, bird back. I know it's about to sound super stupid what I'm about to say, but we legit just gave this turkey a bird bath. So again, I told you that when we did this, I was gonna tell you a crazy prison story, and it relates to this really well, actually, unfortunately. But there was this kid that I knew while locked up. He was a great kid, good friend of mine. And this was a young guy who was from the country. You know, he grew up hunting and fishing and all of those things. Things that I really didn't do too much of, to be honest with you. But I will never forget the craziest thing this guy ever did. Obviously at the prison there were a lot of birds. In the summertime it was ducks. In the wintertime it was seagulls. And he was out on the rec yard one day and he saw this duck walking around. This duck was messed up. It was a broken duck. His leg was all messed up. I mean, this duck didn't have a fighting chance at all. So what this young guy ended up doing was he ended up going and grabbing the duck by the neck. Somehow he caught this duck. He chased it around for a little while, as I remember him telling me. He caught the duck, he grabbed it by the neck, and he spun the duck and wringed his neck. He killed it. But he didn't kill it because he was some kind of like animal hater or anything like that. He killed it because his intentions were to actually bring this duck back inside, to feather it, clean it, and then eat it. And he brought the duck back inside. He got to his bunk. He had to smuggle this dead duck inside of his shirt, under his shirt now, past the guards as he was going back inside of his building. How he didn't get caught or searched, because when he walked by, I mean, I'm sure his shirt had to be sticking out like this with this duck. Maybe the neck or the little webbed foot was sticking out from underneath his shirt. I don't know how he didn't get searched or caught, but he did. He got back to his bunk area and he put down a piece of trash bag just like we got right here, and he started plucking the feathers off of this duck. And you got to imagine, this is something that doesn't happen at all in prison. So when these other guys were seeing this little young country dude with his mat flipped back on his bunk, this piece of plastic trash bag down, and this dead duck sitting right there as he's pulling the feathers out, they were like, what in the are you doing? Why you got a dead duck on your bunk, man? We in prison. There was a major commotion that took place as everybody was seeing blood and feathers and duck guts everywhere. And of course, because it's prison and that's what happens in prison, of course, somebody went and told on him for doing this. They went to the guard's booth and they said, hey, God, banging on the plexiglass right there. God. The guard's probably sitting there looking at on his computer, not wanting to be bothered at all, looks down through the little chuck hole, because there was this little chuck hole slot that you would talk to the guards through while they were in the booth. Hey, God, you'll never believe what this little young boy back here doing. This boy got a dead duck on his bunk, plucking the fat man's guts and blood and that. God, you gotta get him, God. So the young boy would tell me this story later, and he tells me that all of a sudden, as he's sitting in his bunk trying to prepare the duck, he sees the guards coming in. And he knows, because they're putting on their gloves, that they're coming for him. There ain't nothing else going on inside of this housing unit except for him skinning the duck. So he knows they coming for him. He says he has to pack up the bag with the dead duck inside of it, stuff this back into his shirt and pants, blood and guts everywhere, mind you. And he's running out the back door because it was still rec time and you could get out the back door. And he gets out of the building with this dead duck, and he now has to hide the body of this duck so he doesn't get caught. Because if they find the body, well then you know, you've watched The First 48 or you've seen other TV cop shows, Dateline. If they find the body, they got a case. But if they don't find the body, ain't no body, ain't no crime. I ain't do nothing wrong. And again, I have to emphasize this. I mean, the young kid did this because he thought he was going to be able to cook the duck, just like we're about to attempt to cook this turkey inside of the microwave. He didn't do this for malicious or malice reasons. He did this because where he's from, they hunt ducks. And I'm sure you're probably wondering what he did with this carcass of the duck. I really don't even want to tell you what he did, but I'm going to. They had these storm drains out in the middle of the rec yard. And they had these little slits, you know, where water and debris would go down into these drains. And this young boy said that he was actually out there on the rec yard smashing this duck into one of those drains. I know that's horrible. I know that's disgusting. Nothing was really too out of the norm with this story at first, until I had to tell you the end of this. I don't know if he actually got the duck into that drain. I honestly can't remember what ended up happening. I actually just reached out to the kid on Facebook. I said, hey, I really want you to tell me this story. And as soon as I messaged him and said that, he messaged me right back saying, you want me to tell you the duck story. You know, there's guys in prison who will try to do things just like what I told you there. I've seen guys in prison who will take the eggs from the ducks and then they'll cook those up and eat them. In that same storm drain out there on the rec yard, guys will make makeshift prison fishing poles and they'll catch catfish and try to get them up through them little grates, them little small grates that I was talking about. I don't know if they've actually been able to do this. I've seen guys out there fishing. I've seen guys actually catch fish. I've just never seen anybody get the fish through that grate. But if they're able to do that, they'll take those fish back. God only knows what kind of disease and bacteria those things have because they're coming out of a retention pond and they'll try to eat those as well. But hey, it's Thanksgiving and we're doing some prison cooking, trying to cook us a turkey inside of the microwave, and we're gonna see how that comes out. I do got another idea for some seasoning. We're gonna take us some ramen noodle chicken seasoning packs. We're gonna mix those up and probably lightly baste our bird. Now, I'm not sure that we're gonna do that just yet. We'll probably go ahead and get our bird bagged up, start cooking it, and as we're cooking it for 10 minutes at a time on 50% power, because we learned we have to do that as well. In between those cycles, we'll go ahead and baste the turkey with the syrup, with the chicken flavored seasoning pouches, and finally, last, we'll get the crushed up flaming hot Cheetos on there. Let's go ahead and bag this turkey up and then get this thing started. All right, Cody just gave me another really good tip. He says that we're gonna put some oil, some extra virgin olive oil on our bird before we start to cook it. That way the bird doesn't dry out. Now, if we were in prison doing this, we're gonna also talk about, you know, how we would go about doing this. We're gonna be putting the bird inside of a cooking bag, an oven bag is what it's referred to. In prison, it's probably gonna be either a chip bag or a clear plastic trash bag, just like this one right here. And I'm not even sure that either one of those could survive in a microwave for 130 minutes. Now, if we were in prison, I don't know what we would be using for some extra virgin olive oil. You can get oil out of the kitchen, so you're gonna have to probably talk to one of your kitchen connects and be like, hey, yo, man, I need me some oil, some cooking oil. Man, what you cooking with some cooking oil? We in prison. What you frying, some chicken back here? You got some chicken. All right, so we're gonna use our paintbrush. We're gonna lightly baste our bird. Oh yeah, bird. I'll get you nice and oiled up. If this bird weren't slippery enough, let's go ahead and add some more oil to this. Does it say anything about the bag? Like, does the bag need to be tied? Does the bag need to be...
You need to tie it and you need to leave a little bit of hole so the steam.
Well, this is about to be interesting. How to stick a turkey in an oven bag. All right, wing right there. It went everywhere. I feel like I need to be wearing a full hazmat suit doing this. All right, so keep the wings tight to the bird. Bird bagged up. Now you said I gotta tie it?
Yeah, you want to tie it, but you want to leave a little bit of hole so it can breathe.
Let's tie up our turkey bag. Should I poke a hole in it? Because I want to keep the bag tight. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and cut a little hole in here. A little baby hole. 10 minutes at a time. It's gonna be 13 different times at 10 minutes inside the microwave. I'm feeling bird guts on my apron. Pretty grossed out, but hopeful that this comes out good. Because again, we've got big plans to give this food away. So our turkey's been in the microwave for 40 minutes. I want to go ahead and start opening this bag up, and I hope to God I don't burn myself doing this. I want to open this bag up because I want to start basting our turkey with some flavoring. So what we have right here is 2 ramen noodle chicken seasoning pouches mixed up with just a little bit of water. And we also have our syrup. We're going to add our syrup to this. We're going to shake that up. And then that's what we're going to baste our bird with. So we've got this untied. Let me go ahead and do this real quick. Smells like it's starting to cook. So that's a good sign. It doesn't look like it's burning at all. Now you might be wondering to yourself, you might be thinking, Joe, chicken flavored seasoning and syrup? What the hell are you doing? But you got to think about this. I mean, all of this is going to add flavor to this turkey. Turkey's still got quite a bit longer inside of the microwave. And we might end up doing this again, but just for the time being, I do want to start adding some flavor to this bird. So with that open, I'm going to go ahead and start pouring some of this in here. Getting that all over our bird. Smells really good. Alright. Not going to use all of this because I don't want to put too much liquid in here. Let's go ahead and tie this up again real tight. This bird is super hot. Now also, between the times that we've been cooking the bird, we've also been crushing up the flaming hot Cheetos as well. So we're trying to get things prepared for once this bird is finally cooked. But it was all of this that really brought up a crazy thought to me. And that was, you know, can you imagine doing this in prison? Can you imagine trying to cook you a ramen noodle in the microwave on Thanksgiving and being behind a guy who's in the microwave trying to cook him a turkey? You ain't got no turkey you trying to cook in that microwave, man. Oh yeah, I do actually. Yeah, I got this off of the rec yard. That little country boy got this for me, as a matter of fact. I ain't gonna tell you how he went about getting it neither. It wasn't pretty. It's Thanksgiving, man. I don't care that we locked up. I'm gonna be in this microwave for a while, man. You might be better off going in the bathroom trying to get you some hot water out the sink for them noodles. Cause we're gonna be tied up in this microwave for a while. This is my microwave. At least for the next 2 hours it is. Happy Thanksgiving. Okay, it's been, how long has it been, Cody? 80 minutes?
80 minutes.
I don't know what happened. I think our bag's got a hole in it because we're definitely losing liquid out of the bottom. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Should we drain that? I'm gonna let it go. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open the bag again. Holy crikey, that's hot! I don't know how I'm gonna be able to open this. This is nuclear. This is super hot. Well, it's definitely cooking a lot around the knot in the bag. So we got some liquid in the bottom of the bag. I don't know if that's a good thing, if that's a bad thing, but I want to be able to baste it again. There's so much heat coming out of that bird's backside. I gotta squirt. Get in there. A lot of heat coming out of the backside of that bird. Baste you up. So we're not burning any of the bird. That's a good sign. I feel like I need to turn the whole bird. Yeah, because it's not even cooked on the bottom at all. So again, it's been a little bit over an hour and a half. We just flipped the bird upside down. That way the bottom of this thing will cook because it definitely looks like the bottom hasn't even began to cook yet. So we're gonna cook it like this a little bit. Every 10 minutes we're turning it. We're trying to position it so that the entire turkey is getting cooked. So our turkey's been in the microwave for 140 minutes. We went an extra 10 minutes just to make sure, hopefully, that this thing is completely cooked. It's been every 10 minutes stopping to check to turn it, and we're ready to take this thing out. We've also got our thermometer right here to check the temperature of the turkey to make sure that it's 165 degrees all the way around. And now it is time. Once we get this thing checked out and make sure that it's cooked, we're gonna figure out how to put the hot Cheetos on it, because that's something else that I was thinking about while cooking this, was how exactly we were gonna get the hot Cheetos on this bird. Okay, it's about 170 right there. It's about 180 back here. It's already past 160. It's going toward 180. This is about 165 right here. I guess we should cut into it, right? That's cooked all the way through. I see white meat all the way through that bird. I'm quite certain this bird is all the way cooked. We're gonna go ahead and take this out right now. We're gonna put the Cheeto mix on it. We'll put it back in another bag because we've got another cooking bag right there. And then we'll cook it again. We'll cook it for another 10 minutes. So we'll use one of our trusty clear trash bags like you're gonna see in prison. If you ever wonder why they got clear trash bags in prison, it's because anytime they take out the trash, they can see everything inside of that trash can. what are guys really trying to throw away? You know, we can check the temperature on the bottom of it too. Temperature skyrocketing on the bottom. Again, I have no idea how we're going to Cheeto this bird up. Ah, God, that thing is hot. So I'm thinking we should go ahead and mix some syrup with our hot Cheetos. Joe, why are we going to mix syrup with hot Cheetos? We're going to need something that's going to hold that hot Cheeto to this bird. Before I do this, because this is going to be a mess without a doubt, let's get our other bag ready. Put that off to the side. There's our other bag right there. It's going to be ready. Like that. I'm thinking once we put the hot Cheeto mix on this bird and then cook it for another 10 minutes, it's got to be done at that point. Well, this wasn't as clean of an operation as I had hoped it would be. Oh my God. That's a lot of syrup, Joe. We might have just gave Cheetos a new recipe right here. Sweet hot Cheetos. I bet you this is actually really, really good. You know, when we go to give this away and the people are looking at this, they're like, why is the turkey red? It's our secret recipe. Oh, that's not sticking at all. I don't know if they want to eat this, actually. I want to eat it. I want to know what hot Cheeto turkey tastes like. Oh, we probably were supposed to take that out. So what are you thinking about this, Cody? Do you think the Cheetos was a good idea?
Somewhat.
If this bird ain't had no flavor before, I can promise you one thing. She's going to have some flavor now. She's going to have a little kick with her. Let's get you back inside for one last microwave ride. Turkey's done. Oh my God, it looks like we got cranberry all over this thing, but it's not. It's hot Cheetos mixed with syrup, like you would put on your pancakes, but it's not. Instead, we put it on a turkey. Okay, so we cooked this for another 10 minutes. There's no way in this bird ain't done. So we're gonna go ahead and open this bag up. Try not to burn my fingertips off either, because this is Martha Stewart, eat your heart out, girl. Folks, I just want to take a moment to bask in the glory of this microwave syrup chicken ramen noodle seasoning pack hot Cheetos microwave turkey. That's some cooked turkey. Now, if you're seeing any pink in here, the only reason you are is because of the Cheetos. I'm glad we checked the bird first before adding the hot Cheetos, because then we would have completely camouflaged any uncooked bird. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a taste. I mean, it tastes just like turkey. I don't taste any of the other seasoning that we put on this, but I do taste turkey. I mean, let's inspect this turkey. Do you think that's completely cooked?
Yeah, that is completely cooked.
You're sure?
Mm-hmm.
I don't taste any of the syrup.
You can taste the packet though. Get a little
bit
kind of flavor.
You get a little ramen.
Mm-hmm.
Get a little ramen with that. I think it came out great. I mean, I think it looks better than any kind of like crazy flavoring that I hope this would have. But trying to cook this in the microwave, again, we didn't even start putting flavor into this until 40 minutes in. But still, we've got some damn good tasting turkey right here. So I'm thinking it's time to go ahead and break this bird down. I mean, look at the meat. It's just falling off the bone there. You can't tell me that's not cooked.
That's all the way cooked.
That sucker's cooked the whole way through. All right, that's awesome. I want to taste this. So that's the hot Cheeto. And that's actually damn good. Damn, that's good. That hot Cheeto with that syrup, it doesn't have a crazy taste to it. It legitimately just tastes like hot Cheetos and syrup. Hot. And it's also sweet. I don't know though. I mean, it gives it a really good flavor. If you like spicy stuff, it's good. But you don't taste it that much in the turkey. So if you don't like it, you just take it off. Now also what we have going with our bird We've mixed up all of this chicken flavored rice right here. This is just like those single pouches that you can buy from the store. We've made a bunch of these. So we're gonna be putting this in with our turkey as well, and we're gonna package that up. And again, we're gonna hit the streets and give this to some people who are less fortunate. So we got our meals, we got a soda, a water, some utensils, and we also made a nice little note for those that we're going to be giving these to. It just says, no matter what, never give up and never lose hope that life can get better. From us here at After Prison Show. Well, we know where there's one person at for sure. We can go see Raymond. I probably should have took the apron off, but you know, we've been slaving in the kitchen all day, so it is what it is. Hey, Raymond! Hope we don't get hit by a car. Raymond, we wanted to bring you something, man. We've been slaving in the kitchen all day.
You actually made this?
We made it. Turkey, some rice, I put a soda and a water in there. Hey, look, I hope this helps you get something to eat, man. Hey, good to see you, Raymond. I should play Frogger. Hey, here you go, man. I want to give you a meal. Hey. Take care of yourself, man.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. We just handed a meal to a Spanish dude, and me and Cody were just talking about it after we got done doing that. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, how much money does this guy make on a daily basis? There's probably people who don't want to hand this guy money at all, just because of the fact that he's Spanish. If we pass back by this guy, I'm gonna give him some money. That'll make this guy's day. Hey, I know these people ain't showing you no love out here, man.
Hey man, God bless you, man. Love y'all, man.
Take care of yourself, man.
Thank you.
That's how you pay it forward right there. Well, we definitely picked the right time to do this, Cody, because traffic is a nightmare.
Yeah. Everybody getting off work early, school's out early today.
Yeah.
Everybody's shopping.
But we got a guy right over here that we're gonna go try to see. Hey, happy Thanksgiving, man. We want to give you a hot meal, man.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, take care, man.
Take care.
No problem, man.
No problem.
So, Cody, we've been riding around for quite a while, right?
Yeah, it's been a good bit now.
So we're just getting ready to come up onto another guy that we're gonna hand out some food to. But legitimately, we're not seeing people out and about like we usually do. So because we've got these last two meals, and because this guy's looking pretty skinny, we're gonna go ahead and give him these last two meals. So I think that's the best that we can do for right now. When we first saw this guy standing out here, like he's standing out here at a red light, so when we first saw him, we had to go straight, we had to come back. And when we were sitting at the red light waiting to come back, I mean, this guy was darting in between cars. It just seemed like everybody was offering this guy a few bucks, so that is really good. We're gonna go ahead and try to make this guy's day a little bit better as well by giving him these last two hot meals that we prepared. Again, I would have liked to be able to give 5 different people a hot meal, but like I said, for whatever reason, we just haven't been seeing people. So Cody's gonna drive and try to give away this meal.
Oh, we got red light. We're good.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving, man. Well, what do you think, Cody? You feel good about what we did?
Mm-hmm.
I feel really good as well. We've been in the kitchen all day. It feels really good to be able to prepare what we were able to prepare, cooking this turkey in the microwave, taking over 2.5 hours to do that, and then being able to prepare these meals and helping out some people who are definitely less fortunate for the holidays. What I hope this shows is, you know, anytime that you have an opportunity to do something good, do it, because that's a really good thing.
Little kid just gave him money.
That's awesome.